Everybody, congratulations to Bruno Borges, Miguel Fernandes, for breaking the assist record in the Premier League. And again, we come to think of this situation. There's an issue, between the old regime and the new school, the old school, the guys like Roy Keane, Pascal's, Gary Neville, the pundits. Yeah, so they're being termed as being too harsh and too hard. When they criticize Manchester United players, and uh, they were captains. Captains. When I say captains, I mean like a guy like Roy Keane was a stand captain. So leave aside the captains, but the captain and Bruno is the new school captain. The recent captain. What he does is just like creating. He's a creative, machine. He's a creative machine. Creates big chances. For his teammates. But in the process of creating, he also is a man, emotionally, he feels bad when players miss the chances. He just looks away, throws his hands up. And this has created a lot of, bars. There's a fuss between Bruno Fernandes and Roy Keane. And recently, the most recent is Roy Keane went in his, Instagram and said, too much noise can make a donkey. A donkey. Yes, you heard me right. A donkey feel like a lion. What does it mean? It means that, the praise that Bruno is getting, right, is making him feel like he's on the top. Whilst in Rokin's mind, he thinks that Bruno is just a normal player. No, he's just overrated, overreactive and stuff. Do you think that this rebuttal of leadership between the two controversial figures in terms of how a leader should behave is really taken right? Remember, this is Cuban television. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. But this is my view personally. If you are performing in a team, you have to be selfless. You have to work for the team. And for me, as my take is, Bruno works for himself so much. Yeah, yes, you heard me right. And Roy Keane is too tough. He's too tough for himself. The Irish player known for a lot of stories that we can speak of. I don't want to bring the Haaland case, but hear me out, right? Hear me out. Yes, he's been too harsh and too hard for himself. Yes, and now he's too hard on Bruno Fernandes. But again, they are two exciting top players. Bruno Fernandes, the assist record holder of the Premier League. Yeah, 21. Roy Keane, a tough man, a tough Irish football player. Yes, one of the greatest captains ever to captain Manchester United. Yeah, you heard me right. That's why I said, that elite mentality. He does not like praise. I mean, he does not even praise Bruno Fernandes when everybody else is doing that. He's just asking for the double standards, double checking. So, well, well. This is quite a rebuttal.